Look.
Listen.
It's a podcast. We're back. Can you believe it, Taylor? It's a Pokemon podcast.
I can't believe it one bit.
Here's what I hope, guys. This is episode 135 of Look, Listen, Cast. Geese Guyera, Taylor, a lot of them, except for Geese Peep, because she's in Nashville in the snowstorm blizzard doing a work conference. Other than that, guys, look, I hope you're not excited to discuss Pokemon Horizons this week, Taylor.
I'm not.
Good. I hope none of the audience is either, because today we gotta talk about the brand new Pokétoon. You know how much I love Pokétoon.
They're so much better than the series?
No.
They are. They just are.
Yeah, a lot of them. Most of them. I mean, golly, the Pokétoons are good. How about those Pokétoons? Am I right?
I think they must just have way fewer restrictions. Because when I see an episode of normal Pokemon Horizons, I'm like, yeah, you're trying to cater to a younger audience and a broader audience. When I see Pokétoons, I'm like, they just wanted to tell a story.
Stop me if we've had this exact conversation before, but
Stop right there.
All right. The way I see it is that you have Pokemon anime. Okay, these guys got to get out 52 episodes a year. So they're just in a box, a hamster wheel of nonstop just creating content. Let's say slop. Just creating content. Just, we need to make more. We need to make more. And then that's all they ever do. Where the Pokétoons, each one of those is made by a different team. And most of these teams are such highly respected anime studios. So, I mean, guys, come on. You're just going to have wonderful entertainment, which is why we have to discuss Pokétoons. So if you love Liko, Roy, Dot, and you hate Pokétoons, that's an odd position to hold, but sorry.
How long does it normally... Well, okay, I should ask, what is the first thing that you think when you see a Pokétoon versus normal Horizons?
First thing I think... I don't understand the question.
So when I start watching a Pokétoon, my mind is already going into it thinking, oh, I can't wait to see what amazing, creative, unique story they show us in the world of a random main character. Biggest thing is shading.
Shading.
Normal series shadows, not so great. Pokétoon shadows, 11 out of 10.
Well, all the Pokétoons are different art styles, but yes, they spend a lot more time because they just have to do 14 minutes a year instead of 10,000 hours a year, whatever the math works out.
So they really do 52 episodes a year?
There's a new episode of Pokemon every week. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. In a rare time, maybe they miss a week or two for some reason. People online lately, though, have really been kind of sad about the fact we used to get a Pokemon movie a year, and those used to be big deals. And we haven't had a Pokemon movie in a long.
So what did we watch together last time?
What
was the most recent one?
We watched the remake of the original story with Pikachu, where Pikachu talked.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It worked in Japanese. There's no way
it worked in Japanese.
It worked in Japanese because it's the actual voice actor, so it sounded right. Anyway.
Oh, my. Yeah. Yeah. We got recording booth Sarah, or whoever voiced Pikachu.
It was great. But here's the thing. When we get a Liko movie, everybody's going to lose their mind. Come on, you kidding me? Guys, this is a Pokemon podcast, maybe, but it's also about other things. So can we please move on to other things, Taylor? Golly, geez.
Let's go on with Geese's peeping on Geese of the Week.
Geese's Geese of the Week. She's got a lot to say. She'll probably talk more about it next week, you would imagine. But she said, like I said, she's in Nashville now. She's in the snow. She's got her cowboy boots. She just got back from Las Vegas. She saw the Cirque du Soleil show in the water. She loved that. She saw the Sphere, which is the sick Las Vegas thing where you see a cool show inside and everybody loves it. So she'll discuss more about that.
I haven't done either of those things.
They're both sick. They're both cool. They're both fun. Taylor, it's time to move on to watching, playing, eating of the week. And for some reason, I started talking like Patrick Warburton. It sometimes happens. He does.
You're just thinking of the Disney ride.
Yeah, that's probably
soaring over California.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's what the Sphere show is. Spoilers. It's
soaring over California?
It's soaring, but 10,000 times bigger, and also almost an hour instead of 10 minutes or whatever. Also, you just sit in your nice seat and eat your waffle fries. You're not on guy. But it's very fun and neat. I like it.
So Taylor, it's just a bunch of drone footage of the world?
It's very cool.
I hope they get into some like really creative ways to use that medium.
Yeah, they will. Oh,
I'd love to see like an astrology thing.
People, you mean astronomy?
I don't. That's fine.
Aquarius is shout out. They've done F1 and it looks really cool. I just saw a clip. Actually, people were fooled thinking they were at the racetrack, but no, it's just the sphere, and they're just watching the cars go in a circle.
Jokes on them. They're not at a real racetrack.
The F1 racetrack was around the sphere. Anyway, guys, Taylor, please, it's time for Watch and Play and Eaten of the Week. What did you do this week? You ate polo and watched?
I did, and it was delicious. We had a big old tournament in Austin, and I was splitting time with another goalie, but I walked in on them talking about the other goalie, another team, and they were saying that was real sneaky that they let other goalie start and brought in Taylor at the end because we couldn't score in the second half. And I was sitting there thinking, oh no, that's very demoralizing for other goalie.
Taylor, can I pause your story to bring up a very related goalie story?
Yes.
So, Geese Peep, the other person of this podcast, tells me that her friend says, the hockey game that's happening between all the nations right now, Canada doesn't have a good goalie, so other team, Sweden's going to do great. And so she says, I want to bet $5 on hockey game. And we show up to sports betting area, but the guy's like, guys, I'm going to stop you right there. This will take 5 seconds. Spoilers, it took 45 minutes.
Of course it does.
I'm going to sign up all your stuff. Oh my God, there's no signal. We need to go over here. Okay, this story is longer than I thought. Big apologies, Taylor. But he says, if you bet sports now, don't worry, because as long as you download this app, we're going to give you back anything you lose. No, Taylor, hold on.
You got an IRL scammy, man?
It's not a scam. Why does you all think this is a scam? It's not a scam.
Because that's literally the Los Angeles. Give me 5 seconds. Here, have this record. Oh, let me sign it.
No. This is a real company. It's real. It's MGM. Spoiler.
You sound like you are too deep into the pyramid scheme to be able to say it's a pyramid scheme.
It's not a scam. It's all backed by everything.
Sure, yeah.
This is all official stuff. Golly. Anyway, you should have seen Geese Peep and I sitting at the sports book in Paris on the Las Vegas Strip. I'm on the edge of my seat between Canada versus Sweden, I think it was. Because the odds for Canada to lose were so bad, I was going to win so much money for my $100 bet. And I was just staring at the screen, just going, because they were tied. Tied. And we think it's going to go overtime and shootout. Oh, my God. I lost the bet. But here's the great thing, Taylor. Here's the great thing. Because they give me all my money back in promotional bet credits, but I can only do that in Nevada, so I had to do it all the very next morning. I just picked random bets for all these tennis matches that were happening that morning, and I won all my money back just betting on these Chinese tennis players. So shouts out to the glorious nation of China and all your tennis players.
They're great.
I should have bet for Texas A&M too, but I don't like Texas A&M, I think, for some reason, so I bet for because the other team the odds were way better because they were clearly going to lose. And I said, I'll just put the $20 on this other team. Of course they lost. The funniest thing I did though was accidentally did some 17-leg parlay. Of course it didn't win. That was good stuff.
I don't even know what a 17-leg parlay is.
Parlays are when you bet for a lot of things to happen. Like, I bet that this point will be scored here, and then this player will do. Yes. But
I wish I liked gambling more.
I'm glad you don't, because you'd be in financial ruin. But instead of losing $100, I only lost about $9, so everybody wins.
But if you think about it as, like, you put that money in, right? So let's say you spent $100, or let's even say you spent $150, even though you won $50 back. Let's just assume you had lost. Think about the amount of enjoyment you're getting out of that. And how into the event you were compared to everybody else watching.
Oh my God!
You have skin in the. You know what? I'm gonna walk that back because I feel like I'm trying to convince you to be addicted to gambling.
Family podcast, guys. Don't get addicted to gambling. Okay, no swear words, please.
Yep, just avoid the addiction.
Yeah, but the whole reason I put money on the game is because the goalie Canada doesn't have a good goalie apparently. So But then McDavid got to go shootout, and of course he's going to win that. But anyway. Taylor, you were in the middle of talking about your goalie story, and this guy was sad because he was talked about.
Not that interesting.
All right.
A lot of street racing going on near me lately.
Very sick. Do you want to discuss what you ate this week, or is there more polo stories? Or
let's see, polo. Oh yeah. Speaking of Canada, actually, we were going into So second day of the tournament. And this is a very high-profile tournament. We got 6th out of, 18, I think. But, the current U.S. Olympic team was there because there were no national team games, so it was the actual Olympic team. There were 2 Olympic feeder teams as well. Bunch of previous D1s.
A feeder in Texas is the road that's next to the freeway.
Exactly. So it's very expensive to set up a pool near the freeway. So they're normally top talent. There were a bunch of teams flying into Hawaii and everything. So our last game was against Hawaii, which was basically just California and a couple guys from Hawaii.
Oh, come on, guys.
We had 7 people, including 2 goalies. So I was going to play goalie the entire time with both of my weird meniscus tears. Other goalie was going to have to play non-goalie, which is not a good situation against a good team. I go up, and one of our players used to play for the Canadian national team, and he was playing for Canada at this tournament. They're just finishing a game. They're all sitting around having their team chat, and I'm just lurking in the background. They're all so I don't know if you recall, but I don't like Canada. I don't like Canada because of all the just repeatedly awful experiences I had. Just rude, awful drivers. So finally, I get a 1-to-1 in a normal, non-bodybuilding competition, non-police station interaction. And these guys all just walk up to me with big smiles, and they're like, "What's going on? How you doing?" And I say, "I'm waiting for this guy. I want to talk to him about playing with us because we don't have enough people to play." And they instantly did not miss a beat, all surround me and him. And they start taunting the other guy to play with us. And they say, "What else are you going to do? What else are you doing with your day? Just play with them. Just play with them. We'll play with you." So we get all of Canada playing with us against this other team.
The entire island nation of Canada.
Oh, it's so funny. What a goofball. We ended up losing the game, but it was so much fun having all the Canada boys.
So Canada can lose water polo, but they can't lose a game of hockey for me to win some. All right, guys.
You should have done some low stakes betting on water polo. I'm sure that was. It wasn't televised.
Yeah,
probably.
Probably.
Anyway, the food in Austin is always very good. They're moving into that, or I guess they would have moved into it a long time ago. The kind of cafe food that I really like. Fortunately, even though I'm on a diet, water polo weekends. All no holds barred.
Well, yeah, you need the calories to play the video game. I mean, the real game.
I'm eating
the video game
at Bird Cafe or Bird Biscuit, whatever it's called.
Biscuits and birds.
I don't like biscuits, and this is a restaurant that I wanted to go back to and order multiple items. These biscuits are so good. If you're near Austin ever in your life, go to Bird. They're great biscuits. What was the other thing I had? Terry Black's barbecue. Which I think is the second most popular, most famous, most critically acclaimed barbecue in Austin.
Articuno?
Articuno. I had to drive out of the city a little bit, went to Terry Black's, order. We're not looking at price tags or anything. We order up 2 pounds of meat and a bunch of sides, and they give us the bill. And I actually had to take a second to really look at it because for 2 of us eating, it was $140 just for some barbecue. Very, very good barbecue. So shouts out to Terry Black's.
Taylor, is it my time? Is it my turn to discuss Watch and Play and Eden, or do you need to talk about Guncan Overnight Poor Food Fiesta?
I'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about it.
I want to hear about Vegas food.
Oh, my God. Okay, guys, look. Not my entire life, just, I don't know, maybe 5 years. I asked, Taylor, you're familiar. You remember my boy Andrew Nemi, the poker vlogger, who told me.
How's he doing, by the way?
I don't know. Does he make videos? Who's to say?
Yeah.
He told me, I know he opened, funny you mentioned it, he co-owns a poker room in Austin with the other poker vlogger. So
how does that work?
They buy it. Or in Texas, you have to. Texas gambling is weird. Texas poker playing is weird. You have to be. I'm using air quotes here. Become a member of a social club, and then you're allowed to play poker. So you have to pay membership dues every month to be a member of a club. Then you can walk into the room you're a member of, and then you're allowed to play recreational or
Are you allowed to actually gamble?
Yes. Because here's the thing, really. I think this is just about everywhere, really. You're allowed to play poker. If you guys aren't aware, poker is a game of skill. There's luck involved, like most things. What becomes illegal is when you pay a casino, when you pay the house, which happens in poker in Las Vegas. You have to, every time you win a hand, some of that money goes to the casino that you're paying them for the right to sit there and for them to host this game.
The privilege, the honor.
When you play poker in California, all of the dealers are sort of independent contractor guys, and you're paying them. So that's why they all pick up their little guy full of chips and swap out dealers, and they all come back, and you're paying that person for the.
So that would be for like game. Sports betting. That would be the equivalent of the scam guy that got y'all to sign up for the app.
Wasn't a scam. Sports betting not legal in California. That's why I had to do it about it. What was I going on about, Taylor?
You were talking about gambling on poker in Austin.
You caught me on such an off track. No, I was talking about Javier's, the Mexican food, because Andrew Nemi told me that was the best food in Las Vegas, so I went there. It was fine. It's not my cup of tea. I like delicious Tex-Mex cheese enchiladas that are $8, and this is $60 goofball enchiladas.
Well, I don't understand that.
Yeah, well, guys, it's fine.
It just goes against the nature of the food.
Yeah, I would be inclined to agree. But they did give me a free birthday flan for my birthday, and it was delicious. So, yum, yum, yum.
You like flan?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I've never been into flan, creme brulee, any of that.
Oh, creme brulee is so good. Oh, I pressed a bunch of buttons on the keyboard. Is anything wrong?
I think I'm still connected.
Geese people also love the flan. This is everybody's favorite part, the free flan. We ate at that fancy little, not the super fancy one, I don't think. Not the huge Eiffel Tower one, but the little French restaurant that's attached to Paris where you get to watch the Bellagio fountains. That was very sick. There's this There's this Japanese couple, two Japanese couples next to us. One just got married, and they were all having a great time saying, "Omedetou gozaimasu." And
that must be such a cool thing for Japanese people to go to Vegas for their honeymoon.
They were loving it. They were having a great time.
I wonder if they got married in Vegas.
Hopefully. Dude was trying to hug and handshake the waitress and making a big deal out of tip. But the tip was so little because I was doing the math. I really hope he tipped on card too because I was telling Geese Peep, oh my God. He's making because it's 4 people all ordering all this food and dessert and drinks and everything. And he's making such a big deal out of $5 from each person. And I was thinking, no.
Okay, so I can tell you from personal experience, being on the receiving end of that is incredibly awkward. Because it's like a little kid is coming up to you on your birthday and says, I saved up all this money and I got you the best lollipop you can get. And you're looking at it and you're like, this is a 25-cent lollipop. But you don't realize to them it's such a big deal.
Yeah, because they don't tip in Japan. So, but he's pulling out a $5 bill for each person, the 4 people at the table, and pointing to each one like,
no!
And she has to act like it's such a big deal. And I just kept saying, please tell me he accidentally tipped. Because, okay, I have nothing against our waitress. She was kind of spacey, whatever. But when she gave the little guy, the little scan where you scan your Apple Pay.
The scam guy?
Yeah, no, Taylor, there's not a scam. But she brought it over and it was already selected at 22% tip or whatever. So I'm hoping she did that to them and she got a decent tip out of these people.
Yeah. I had this one table when I was working at Burger Mart. They just...
It was closed before you were 16.
Oh, Burger Mart's a real place?
It was my favorite burger place as a kid by Alameda Mall.
Oh, sick. But this was their California location. So I have a table, order, I don't know, maybe $500, $600 worth of food. All these French businessmen.
Oh, no.
And the whole time I'm thinking, you know what? I'm having a great time with you guys. I don't care if you don't tip. The guy walks up to me and he says, we are going to take very good care of you. That's not a French accent.
It's fine.
He says we're going to take real good care of you. And I think to myself, I'm about to get $10 on a $600 tip. And he gives me $5. And I'm sitting there thinking, the French.
The French. Also, I ate steak and frites there. We ate Bananas Foster crepe. Because
I love Bananas Foster.
Geese People loves good Bananas Foster. She ate chicken Caesar salad. We also ate some ramen, spicy karage. She loves, well, just jumping ahead to watching Plain Eating, but she loves Paddington. So we saw the movie Paddington in Peru, and she ate some Marmalade Cafe. Everybody has it great. I also watched Brave New World, Captain America. It's not as bad as the reviews are, but it's just an episode of a Marvel show. It's no big deal. The ending is absolutely ridiculous. The ending is like an ending of an episode of Pokemon Horizons. It's just, oh my God, look, he sees a flower. Guys, come get it.
Oh no.
Severance remains outstanding. If you're not watching Severance, watch it immediately.
I need to get your Apple login.
Well, it's difficult. If you have a TV, we can make it work easily.
Okay, sick.
Not having a TV makes it so difficult. TV, it's so easy. Scan the QR code, log in. Now you're a profile. If you're trying to do it on a phone, I spent like 30 minutes trying to change passwords. It was, oh my God, such a hassle. Geese Peep's now locked out of her iPad for 2 weeks for trying to change a password. It's insanity. Okay, guys. That concludes Watching Plain Eating of the Week. It's time to move on to
Poke News of the Week.
First piece of Pokemon news has a bit of drama behind it, actually. Joe Sarabi pretty much knew that this was going to be the news revealed on one of those little Japanese variety shows, but he is currently at war with so many people, so many little Poke influencers and Poke YouTubers.
Why?
Because here's why.
I need to hear this because nobody attacks my boy Joe Sarabi.
Joe Sarabi cares about the news and facts. He's just about the facts, man.
The news is new.
Everybody else, I shouldn't say everybody else, a good chunk of everybody else cares about getting clicks, getting views, starting up engagement. So they do the most clickbaity headline stuff like, oh, what's leaked? This is leaked. I wonder what's going to be revealed at this show. Probably new megas, probably new game. And the whole time, Joe's pretty certain that it's just going to be this piece of news, which is there's a new little web series called Mon Poke with some cute Pokemon on it. And that's what was revealed. But everybody else was saying, oh my God, they're going to reveal everything. And Joe Sarabi's just a little bit sick of it. But it's fine. It's fine.
There was something that shouts out to Joe Sarabi. Keep your integrity, buddy. There was a weird thing that was happening with the game Destiny 2 for a while that I was thinking, how can you be that short-sighted as a content creator? All these people titling the same thing. And every, 3 or 4 months, every update of the game, every single major content creator is saying, I'm quitting Destiny. Why I'm quitting Destiny? Destiny is bad. The problem with Destiny. And I'm sitting there thinking, you're crying wolf so much that people are actually quitting the game because all of their headlines are saying this is a dead game. And because it's a live service game, the community is the game. So at a certain point, it's very defeating for that.
It's because that gets more views. Just like what we do here, this podcast, when the titles for a YouTube video is something clickbaity, then way more people give it a chance. That's just unfortunately human nature. Next Sarabi update. This has actually happened a little bit ago. So we must have covered it. You can get the Shiny Manaphy for completing your Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl game home decks.
Right.
So that's not just completing the Pokedex in the video game. You have to have caught everything, then moved it to home. So if your Pokedex in your video game involved I caught this Pokemon and I evolved it all the way up, and then I moved it to home, that's actually not going to count. You would need the equivalent of a living dex unless you're moving back and forth between home. So I have so much work to do because I have to do everything in Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Palkia is going to be the biggest deal. I do have a sealed copy of Shining Pearl, but I don't want to open it, so I'm hoping somebody can just trade me a Shining Pearl Palkia, Pal. But they just announced even more Shiny Mythicals.
Oh.
You can get Keldeo, Shiny Keldeo, for completing all of Sword and Shield and the DLC Pokedexes. And
Quick question.
Well, I'll just finish the question and answer. And you can get Shiny Meltan for completing Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, which is a huge waste of time, if you ask me, because you can get those in Pokemon Go very easily when they do the Shiny Meltan events, which is...
That's what I was going to ask. If it tracked the origin point for the Pokemon.
It does track the origin point, yes.
But it's okay if they come from Go?
Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee are outliers. They're the only game where if you transfer from Go into LGPE, they become, because you recatch them in the game. If you were, well, what am I saying? If you recall, you didn't play Let's Go Pikachu Eevee.
It's true. What
happens is you can move Pokemon Go Pokemon to Pokemon Home, and they're always going to have the Go mark. And some people don't like the Go mark, Joe Cerebi included. And I had a conversation with him about a conversation. It was 2 tweets, but I talked to him about this, and he was saying, "Yeah, I just don't like the Go mark." Because he has his living dex, and it's very close to completion. Completion meaning every one you can actually get right now.
Mm-hmm.
But he's trying to replace the Go Pokemon with Pokemon from main games, which I understand a little bit that desire. But as far as I'm concerned, it's so easy to get shiny Pokemon in Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet that there's plenty of Pokemon I worked way harder to get shiny and Go than I did in those games. So I don't mind the Go mark. All that is to say, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee works differently because rather than just putting it right into home with a Go mark, you can put your Pokemon Go Pokemon into a Safari Zone area, and then you re-catch them in the Switch video game, and now they are re-caught, and now they have the origin mark of Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee.
Really?
So that Meltan would have the Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee mark.
I think he's coming at that from a point of a pure collector where he's reached the level of collection that now he can be particular. And there's a big disconnect, which is really weird. I've been looking at it online lately. There's a huge disconnect from main game players and Go players. Because Go is so casual.
There's a Venn diagram. I play both.
For sure. Yeah.
But he's super, he won't take a trade from anybody. All of his Pokemon need to have his OT name. So he puts Cerebi for everything.
I was actually going to say, I'll bet he doesn't trade a single one.
No.
You know what's weird? I'm like that. Whenever I eventually get my Pokedex, I want to have the catch card.
So, but I name my characters different names in every video game because to me they're all different people, so I give them different names. So that doesn't really work for me. But I also don't take trades from other people. Now, obviously, there are Pokemon like mythicals that are only available via giveaways, and then you don't have a choice. It's going to say from Game Freak or from Nintendo or whatever. We're not even done with Poké News of the Week. Next item in Poké News of the Week, the Pokemon Go Community Day Classic on March 22nd, 2025 will focus on Totodile. My boy, I need all 3 shiny, so I'm excited. Jones out.
I also haven't got. That's another bad shiny.
No,
it's not great.
I like that color.
It's really not. I mean, it's fine.
I like it with cyan or something. Okay, Taylor, it's time to discuss an episode of a Pokétoon. It's Pokemon. I'm going to need you to tell me what the episode is called in English.
This week, we watch Murkrow and the Midnight Adventure.
Or in Japanese, Yamikara to Mayonaka no Boken. Taylor, can you please give us a Geese Peeps 1-sentence synopsis for this episode of Pokétoon Pokemon?
Is that an evil bird? I think not.
I don't think. Is it a dark type? You tell me.
I love Pokétoons so much.
It's a good quality entertainment. What do you want from me? It's going to be a high score. Get ready for it.
Every single time, they're amazing. Every single time.
They don't miss. Although, I think we were all a little disappointed with Go-Goat Pokétoon. It was whatever. Today we have a Pokétoon all about a little sick boy by the name of Hiro.
Sick boys are a fan favorite from Pokemon.
Did he suffer some sort of accident? I guess. They don't actually say what happens to him in the episode, but maybe he was struck by lightning? I don't know.
I thought the implication was that he was attacked by Pokemon on his adventuring in the woods.
No.
But
Skarmory would never.
Yeah, that doesn't really line up with the mentality of Pokemon not attacking people.
He's a little sick boy. He's got amnesia. Let's get in the episode. We open on a little creek in Johto. Ooh, look, there's some whoopers swimming by. Ooh. The music I'm a fan of in this episode. Let's get that out of the way right now.
The music when... Oh, jeez. There's so much to say about this darn episode and its music. The end credits, even if you don't want to watch the Pokétoon, go watch the end credits. They are top tier. Also, the music when he's running into the woods at night is so good.
Believe you think I didn't write a note about the music when he's walking out of that night of the woods? So we see our protagonist Hero identifying all the Pokemon he encounters. Guys, here's the thing. He's got a little white...
Shouts out to Lunar 2, by the way, on the name for the protagonist.
Well, yeah, we all got to buy it. PlayStation Plus. We all got to go to Costco and buy $100 worth of PSN credit for $90. And then they're going to say, oh, you already bought one of these, so I can't buy another one? Are you out of your mind?
There's a one limit?
It shouldn't be. The limit's supposed to be 3, but still Costco account saying, sorry, you can't buy more. So now I got to go in person? Get out of here. Get out of here. Supposed to be 1 every 2 weeks or 3 weeks to prevent scams and fraud. But what am I talking about?
Scam? Like you're purchasing something. You can't scam them out of their chicken.
Guys, Hero's got a little white streak in his hair. Clearly lightning. Who's to say? He's trying to remember the names of Pokemon. The poor boy. He's doing okay. He was remembering.
So it was very funny watching this scene for me because there was clear that he wasn't doing great with the names of Pokemon, but the auto-generated English captions were also doing a bad name with the names of Pokemon.
Nah, we're great. Oh, yeah, spoilers. So typically on a Pokétoon, what'll happen, it'll release in Japanese. A few days later, they will add English subtitles. The uploader will add real English subtitles. And then they'll release an actual dubbed English version maybe years later. For some reason, they have yet to put up actual English subtitles, so we're just going auto-translate. But we got the gist, guys. Come on. Oh, my God, look, a little Sentret for it. How adorable. And some Hoppips. Oh, wow. I don't know if you noticed, Taylor, but there's a very sick stone statue of a Slowpoke by his house, much like Studio Ghibli or the Island Nation of Japan.
I loved that thing.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw that, I was thinking, are we about to go on a deep dive into Pokemon legends and Pokemon myths and religious beliefs?
No,
we didn't. It was just a statue.
Fine. All I got to say is I love saying the Island Nation of, as you can probably... Oh, hey,
I've been watching a lot of Lost clips recently.
You should be watching.
Gotta go back.
It's a new Lost. Oh my God, look, it's Hero's parents. And they're leading it back to his home. Look, this is where you live, young son. Look. And is the title screen. Taylor's very overwhelmed by the kanji.
It's a lot of kanji.
Nah, there's only a couple. It's only for midnight. Mayonaka? No, Mayo. Yeah, Mayonaka.
Ohio?
Ohio Gozanos. Oh my God, there's a bunch of Skarmory flying through the air. They sound like pterodactyls. I'm scared. As this happens, Hero, our protagonist, seems to be squeezing a necklace he's holding. It appears to be... It kind of looks like a gym badge, but I think if we were to try to really analyze it, it appears to be a piece of stone with maybe some metal.
It made me... Because he was talking about his dreams of... whatever he was dreaming about. Auto-translate, didn't have my back on that one. But I think he wanted to be a Pokemon champion. And yeah. I think that what he was doing is such a... okay. I love when shows understand how kids act. Because there's such an issue with kids acting like adults because they're written like adults. It happened in Stranger Things for all the kids except for... What was his name? Leonard?
Yeah, Leonard.
I think that was his name. He was the only one, as they were growing up in Stranger Things, he was the only one that acted age appropriate. And I just kept saying, what a good job you're doing. Everybody else is like, oh, my emotional depth is unfathomable. And he's like, let's go play. And I was like, there, he gets it. He's a kid. This kid making Pokemon badges and giving them to his Pokemon is such a little kid thing to do.
Yeah. And so, okay. So Hero looks up at the sky. He sees the Skarmory. That triggers a little flash of a mirror. A little flash of a memory in his mind. Oh my God. I'm getting images. A desk. Some photos of Meryl, Azumarill, Hoppip. What is this?
This was especially making me crack up every time it happened in the episode because just because of how much Lost I've been watching. And this happens constantly.
Journal, markers, washi tape, a map, a little Tyranitar toy guy thing.
A weird silhouette by a cave entrance.
There's also a very cute drawing of a Krabby on the map, which I was a fan of, by the way. Oh, and look at his little robot and his little rocket ship toy and his little wheel spokes and his little cave and his little camera. And like Taylor said, a little Murkrow silhouette. Wow, look at all these memories. Unfortunately, Hero's father, snaps him out of this memory hole and says, let's go home. So Hero walks home as he longingly stares into the forest. Ooh, my memories. Oh, my God.
If you think about it from the parents' perspective, that must have been such a scary moment. They're walking home. Kid can't remember where he's going from, just home from the ambulance, and all of a sudden he goes super silent and starts staring straight up.
Tadaima, I'm home. Oh my God, our adorable family Pokemon are here. It's Cyndaquil and Apom. Oh, my great friends. Now here's the problem, guys. It's me, Hero. I've forgotten how to pet animals. So this is going to be an embarrassing situation. I don't know how I'm supposed to scratch his little chin or how I'm supposed to high five my little Apom. This is all it's a little overwhelming, as I was going to say earlier, and I did. So also, Slowbro and Azumarill are here. They're supportive, right?
I've been playing way too much Pokemon Go PvP because Azumarill is, every time I see that Pokemon now, I get angry.
Oh no. He's such a nice guy, fairy type.
It's just a tank of a Pokemon.
Yeah, he's good. All right, sorry everybody. I got amnesia. We just got back from the hospital. You're gonna have to forgive me. Maybe if I go up to my room. Ooh, look at all these pictures on the wall. I'm friends with all these Pokemon, apparently. Wow.
I liked how afraid the Cyndaquil was. Very tentative around main character or around Hero. Because there's a little bit of trauma and it might feel guilt or it might feel trepidatious or whatever. I thought that was a good touch.
He's probably concerned because his little friend, he grew up with him ever since he was a baby, and now he doesn't even know how to give him a little pet.
Yeah.
And now, Taylor, something flies towards the window. Who is it?
It's a Murkrow.
Oh my God. He's wearing the same necklace that Hero is with the stone and the piece of metal, and Hero gets very scared and slams the window shut and stops the Murkrow from entering.
It was another very good moment. This whole sequence of him going into the house is so well done. But when you look at it and you're thinking, as a viewer, oh, that Murkrow has the same pendant, it must be Hero's Murkrow. That's the only thing that makes sense. If you go into it thinking, I'm a scared little kid, there's a gigantic dark bird flying straight for me, it's just panic.
Well, his little Pokemon try to comfort him as much as they can.
Try to comfort him.
Look at all these cute baby pictures of me. Oh, and then now, Taylor, we get such a sweet scene of Cyndaquil and Apom teaching Hero how to high five and pet. Oh, that's great. How cute.
Adorable.
Guys, it's time to eat dinner. All right, let's go. Ooh, champion battles on TV. Ooh, look, you can get all these gym badges and become champion at Johto. Wouldn't that be sick? It's Hero's dream, Taylor, to be a champion. Wouldn't that be cool?
It's kind of a funny way of remembering a dream with that little wistful, I think that was my dream.
Yeah, I think so. Ooh, we're having Hamburg steak for dinner. Hamburg. Ooh. We then cut to night. No sunset, I'm sorry. Hero staring out of his window again, dreaming of being a champion. What's that I hear in the distance? Murkrow, is that you? My boy? Follow you into the forest, you say? What
sure, I was scared of you last time, but why not?
I mean, maybe there's a secret base in that cave that you and I are fans of. Who knows?
Maybe we would need a mysterious flashback for that.
Maybe I'm on my way, and we're going to find my big giant crate full of pretend badges.
Maybe I'm not.
And now we get what Taylor mentioned earlier, the sickest adventuring music you've ever heard in your life.
Why can't they use this in our Pokemon?
Yeah, that'd be sick. As Hero goes on his big spooky adventure through the forest, and I'll tell you right now, this boy is trying to convince himself he's not scared, but there's some scary stuff out there. I mean, we got Ekans, Spinarak, Netflix.
Please watch this. Please take notes. You don't need to use free use music from SoundCloud.
They're not allowed. There's a bunch of Zubat flying out of the forest. This is very, very terrifying. Oh my God. Hero's going to trip over some tree roots. But thank goodness we knew that Hero's Pokemon would never let this boy travel alone.
Thank God, because if you think about, one, how scary it is to be in the forest alone at night to begin with, but two, there's a 12-foot long snake and a 3-foot tall spider.
I don't think those are the actual dimensions, but yes, Apom and Cyndaquil come to save the day. They're going to accompany Hero to a secret base. Apom saves Hero from tripping. Cyndaquil provides some welcome light from his fire on his behind in the dark, dark, spooky forest. All right.
Spitting hot fire.
Yep, exactly. All right. They made it to the cave. Good work, everybody.
Nice job.
And there's Taylor. What are these trees? There's some glowing little guys.
I have no clue, and I was hoping you could shed some light on the matter.
Ooh, there's one on the ground though. Let me grab this. This is cool. Wow, it's shiny. All right, guys, let's walk in the cave. Ooh, my secret base. So sick. My memories. They're flooding back. Oh my God, look at these Murkrow
I'm curing
pictures.
my amnesia.
Oh wow, this is great. I can't imagine anything could go wrong right now. Wait, what? Who's that screaming outside the cave? Right outside the cave.
Oh no.
Like real loud. Oh no. Guys, here's the thing. Murkrow is outside. He's screaming because he's being attacked by about 30 Meowth. Maybe more. There's a lot of Meowth all trying to get his sparkly little badge necklace, and it's terrifying. One of the Meowth rip his necklace off. Murkrow tries to get it back, and he's flying. He's trying to fly away, but these Meowth are absolutely relentless.
It's very scary.
Hero, you're standing there. You're watching this. Can you help your boy? Can you not just stand there thinking about memories and getting flashbacks to meeting Murkrow for the first time, fighting over Metal Thing and being chased by a terrifying Skarmory?
He can't help it.
By the way, there's some great animation on this winded Murkrow. I don't know if you were paying attention. Murkrow looks great. The animation out of control.
I mean, that's consistent through the entire episode. This Murkrow is getting triple S treatment.
I believe we learned this flashback that the piece of metal is actually a Skarmory feather, which maybe we mentioned before. I don't know. Who's paying attention? Not me.
I didn't remember that at all.
And we see in the flashback, keep in mind, during this flashback, Murkrow being scratched and smothered to death. So just remember, that's what you're supposed to be feeling during all of this.
Little bit of violence and terror.
Yeah, we see in the little cute flashback of Hero making the necklaces. Oh, my God. And gluing it and looping the string rope thread thing through the hole so you can tie it around Murkrow's neck. Oh, Murkrow loves it. Oh, this is great. Then we flash back to present day, and Murkrow's about to die. It looks like hundreds of Meowths, Taylor. There's so many. They're all cat-piled on top of him. Hero's still just standing and staring. I'm screaming at my little computer screen, Hero, do something. Help your bird. And what happens, Taylor? He remembers everything. Hero, he's crying. He's got the giant anime tears just a-flowing.
So's Murkrow.
And Hero yells Murkrow's name in the moonlight. And the Meowths look back. And, okay, now we get our battle segment of the episode. Guys, these are the strongest little baby Pokemon I've ever seen in my life because this Ember out of Cyndaquil was so big. Just this little, boom!
It was so sick. I've never seen an attack done like that in Pokemon. Normally, that's a one piece or
it was like
later Dragon Ball.
It was like Sephiroth's attack in Smash. That little
yeah. That small condensed point of energy turning into giant explosion thing got real popular maybe 10 or 15 years ago. But it's so sick, and I'm surprised I haven't seen it in Pokemon before that.
The Meowths go flying everywhere, and then Apom uses Swift, and the Meowth are blasting off again, and then finally, golly, about time, Hero sprints over and just starts picking up the remaining cats and tossing them off so that way Murkrow can be saved. He holds the poor boy and he says, Murkrow, I'm so sorry. I remember you now. And you waited for me, Murkrow.
I remember everything.
Everything. And then we get a sad flashback on the day Hero went to the hospital. Now, here's what I have to say.
Why didn't Murkrow just fly over the ambulance?
Murkrow's watching the ambulance. He's sad. I gotta say, I get that this is the Pokemon world, but it's kind of silly seeing the human ambulance with a big Pokeball on it. Like, why are we so obsessed with... Yes, Pokemon are a big part of our world, but this is the human ambulance for little boys.
That'd be funny if our ambulances had American flags on them.
Do they?
Or like Earth.
That'd be sick.
That'd be very sick.
Well, we have a sweet little heartwarming moment between Murkrow and Hero. But oh my god, the Meowth are encroaching, if that's the correct word to be using at this juncture.
Sure, yeah.
So Hero says, Murkrow, you can do this. Gust them all. And he throws Murkrow into the air. Murkrow flies up, and he unleashes the most powerful gust I've ever seen in my life. Keep in mind, gust is the move that Route 1 little birds use. Just, little flying a type attack, And it creates such a hurricane force wind. All these cats are flying. Poor Hero, poor Cyndaquil and Apom holding on to trees for their dear life.
I think he used some kind of ability that forms a blood pact where he uses his own life force to generate a stronger gust.
Yeah, that's probably it. Because all the Meowths are just getting obliterated into the sky, never to be seen of again.
And Murkrow's totally exhausted and faints afterwards.
Yeah, that's very accurate. He falls out of the sky, took so much out of him. Luckily, thank goodness, Hero catches Murkrow, so all is okay in the end. Catches him out of the sky. Thank you.
Thank you.
People are clapping. Everybody's clapping. Everybody's on their standing ovation.
Standing ovation for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, just imagine if they did something like that, like a real psychological thriller maneuver, and that people just walk out from the trees and they're all clapping. The owners of the Meowths were testing him to get his amnesia back.
Oh, merito. All right. Yeah. All right, Murkrow, here's your fake badge back. Shiny as ever. I'm going to tie it around your little Murkrow neck. Hugs all around. Now, let's go on a real journey next. And that's the end of the episode. But like Taylor mentioned, we get the credits now. And boy, howdy are the credits sick. This song, out of this world. We get a montage of Murkrow. We see the ambulance. We see the forest. We see Hero's house, a freeway, a city, a park. We see Murkrow throwing away a little littered can by a vending machine into its proper receptacle, which triggers a digital Honchkrow to appear on the vending machine. The Honchkrow's dancing. Murkrow dances with the digital Honchkrow. It's so sick.
The art style kind of reminded me of Persona 5 with how heavy into blacks, whites, grays, and reds it leaned. And it was them dancing together, and the music itself was so sick. This is going to be one of the anime endings that I go back and watch again, along with the Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1. And credits.
Yes, Taylor's Anime Second of the Week. The song, of course, we're discussing is called Midnight Runway Toys Factory Eve. Somewhere in there's the name of the artist. You figure it out. But yes, Murkrow and Digital Honchkrow are dancing to this song. And we see that Murkrow is waiting for his friend, and his friend finally comes back. His friend, of course, being Hero. And Hero gives Murkrow a big thumbs up, and it's cute, and it's a Pokétoon. Wow, what a Pokétoon.
Sick.
I actually think Taylor likes this Pokétoon more than I do, but it's not a bad Pokétoon. It's no Go-Goat, but I've seen... Taylor's never even seen Season 1 of Pokétoon, so he has no idea what he's missing. But
well, comparing it to the Ceruledge Armorage...
It's better than Ceruledge.
Not even close. Oh, I don't think it is. I think that was way sicker.
Maybe I'm misremembering Ceruledge Armor. I thought it was very emotional. I remember Geese Peep wasn't super into Ceruledge Armorage.
Yeah, because it has the sickest fights in the entire anime.
Oh my god. Yeah, the Pokétoons. I don't know. What are we going to give it? Here's the funny thing, guys. I'm going to tell you the funny thing. Because I'm not keeping a running tally of scores. It's just based off the vibe of the second. So I'm going to probably say, oh, I like this one more, or I don't like this as much. But then I'm going to give the scores completely nothing like what I'm saying in my words. So
I didn't like this episode as much as I liked the end credits.
Oh my god.
My God, the end credits. I didn't care very much at all about the Meowth cat pile.
Wait, I thought you liked this episode. Why are you saying you hate it now?
I did like the episode. It just really shone with the music. The music was just so good. Art style, so good. Story, it's fine.
It's all right. He got sick. He found his friend.
Yeah.
When we give our score, maybe this is a conversation we should have had at the beginning of all our Pokétoon discussion. Are we scoring it against other Pokétoons, or are we scoring it against all Pokemon Entertainment?
Yeah, that's like...
Because it gets an easy 9 if it's against Horizons or something. Right?
Oh, God, yeah. This is way better than Horizons episodes.
Sorry, guys. There's a lot of people like Horizon.
It's fine.
I watch it every
but
week.
you can see the timeline when you're watching Horizons.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. It's going to be in the 8s for me.
Me too. I was going to say 8.8. Just because of the music. The music was so good.
Taylor's going to give it an 8.8. I'm going to give it an 8.0.
Oh.
Yeah. There's so many Pokétoons that make me feel so strongly something. This Pokétoon did not. When you see the little Pokeball ambulance driving away, I was like, ooh, that's kind of serious for a Pokemon. But it had the Pokeball, which took me out.
Yeah.
Like, why is that so silly? I mean,
I think I'm very biased because the end credits is a 10 out of 10 for me.
All right, yeah, he bumps them up. I recommend everybody watch every Pokétoon. They're super short. This is 14 minutes long. You can find some time to watch a Pokétoon. They're all
go ahead and just watch the end credits to this one.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, and watch it. It's 14 minutes. You can do it.
Yeah, it's fine. The episode's fine.
Great music, fun animation. Super sick seeing those baby moves be so powerful. Cool to see a bunch of Meowths in this way because most people, they think Meowth, they just think Team Rocket Meowth and it's just one little goofball guy. But seeing just hundreds of feral Meowths is kind of fun, kind of sick. People love Murkrow. If you're a fan of Johto, this episode's for you. All these Johto Pokemon being sick.
I'm a big fan of Murkrow.
We see a Hamburg steak. Delicious. It was a fun episode. It was okay. It was an 8.0.
Yeah, I'm gonna move mine down a little bit to an 8.6. Just a little bit. Ending is still incredible, but I was just thinking about most of the episode I didn't really remember. I was just thinking of those end credits.
Oh, well, what are you gonna do? All right. I guess we don't have too much to discuss about this episode. It's all right. It's okay. You can watch it. Taylor, it's time to discuss a question of the week. This time, go ahead and read it this one's from Shiny Sylveon. So you can read the title. Shiny Sylveon, please read the email, Taylor. And we had Geese Peep send in her answer over the wire from Nashville. That'll be exciting.
I have been watching a lot of The Wire too. Just finished. I'm halfway through season 2. Mm-hmm. Just because I can't bear to finish Succession. It's such a good show.
You mean Severance?
No, Succession. There are so many moments in that are just throwaway little moments in the show where you just think this is just too good.
Nah, Severance is... Okay, Taylor, would please...
Today in history, happy Valentine's Day from Shiny Sylveon. Fun fact, 12 years ago today, Sylveon was first introduced to the Pokemon anime. That is a very fun fact. 12 years, dang. As for my question, I figured since it's Valentine's Day, I'd ask a related question. Do you prefer dark, milk, or white chocolate? Dark chocolate is my personal favorite.
Correct answer.
The question from a couple weeks ago was from me, but I sent it from my dad's email and forgot to add my name. I told him and he thought it was hilarious. Have an awesome day. XOXO Shiny Sylveon.
With heart and chocolate. And there's a picture of Eevee with Sylveon. Yes, so one almost done. Truly an actual doppelganger. It was Shiny Sylveon the whole time. Who knew? You're correct. Dark chocolate is by far the best chocolate. If you're eating other forms of chocolate, I'm sorry that your taste buds have not developed yet into reasonable levels.
Oh, you put me on. What percentage of dark chocolate is for you?
Taylor, you go a little crazy. I've tried all the high-end percentages, and I don't remember the exact number I like. I don't like the highest, like 99% cacao or whatever, but I like dark. I want to taste that bitter dark chocolate. If you want, you can eat that dark chocolate with some vanilla ice cream or something, but don't just sweeten up my chocolate so I'm eating a bar of sugar. I want to taste that dark chocolate, guys. Come on.
I don't. Everybody knows by now, certainly, because this was all over the Food Network or whatever 25 years ago. white chocolate, not technically chocolate.
Yeah, and it doesn't taste good either.
It's just so, I mean, you just feel like you're eating mild flavored butter.
Yeah,
That's what I taste when I have white chocolate. There's a time and place for it, but never have I said, I'm craving chocolate. Let me have white chocolate.
You need frozen dark chocolate. Put it in the freezer, guys.
Bottom qualifier for dark for me is like 80, I would say. But I love the 95, 96s if you can find it. Just that really rich, dark, bitter. Oh, my God.
No, don't listen to Taylor. You 96, you're eating dirt. But, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I've eaten some very fancy Beverly Hills chocolates. They're all incredible. Dark chocolate's the best. You give me some little bonbons. You put some stuff in there. Very good, very good. I'm not even a big chocolate guy, but I mean, I'm telling you, dark chocolate. If somebody says, ooh, look, milk chocolate, I go, okay. White chocolate, I go, no. I think maybe once in my life I've had some good red velvet white chocolate thing, but ruby chocolate.
It's good if you mix other stuff in with it.
Ruby chocolate in Japan's good. You should all try that if you go to Japan.
What's that?
It's a new type of chocolate. It's good.
New?
Yeah, it's
like
new. Circa, the last 15 years or so.
Holy moly.
Geese Peep, unfortunately, is a milk chocolate head. That's her answer. She also says that she likes crunchy, air-filled chocolate like Crunch or Whoppers.
I can't. I respect that opinion. A lot of people like that when watching movies. Like people watch movies while eating Whoppers and popcorn. That's really famous. I can't do Whoppers. The texture, it's like eating chalk to me.
Yeah, I can see that. But I get what she's saying. I like the rice chocolate. I like that air in there. That's popular in Europe, I feel like, a lot.
Probably.
I like that too. But yeah, she's milk chocolate. She's wrong. Shiny Sylveon and me, we're correct. We like dark chocolate. Taylor
likes dark as night chocolate.
Taylor was here too. He likes dark chocolate. Everybody wins. That's the podcast. So thank you, Shiny Sylveon. Geese People will be back here. She better be back here. She can't just keep missing weeks. You kidding me?
Yeah, what's she doing?
Exactly. Okay. Time for the wrap up. This is Look, Listen, Cast. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Oh, I forgot to say this at the beginning of the episode like you told me to. You got to remind me.
Next time.
Please leave a little like, leave a little comment on the YouTube because that makes more people see it. Thank you to Keith for our artwork. Shouts out, twitch.tv/KeithSquared. Taylor, take it away.
Thank you, Professor Ticklebits, for the boilerplate.
And the website. Thank you, everyone who supported us in the past. And then Anchor/Spotify took it away from us. So now we live on the streets. But thank you for
Shouts out to Spotify.
Please recommend this podcast to your friends, grandmas, nephews, nieces. Zero swear words. Although if somebody is a struggling gambling addiction, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe skip the first 5 minutes of the podcast.
Yeah, maybe flag it with that.
Also,
references to gambling addiction.
Also, much like Shiny Sylveon, please send your questions to looklistencast@gmail.com so we can read them aloud. Everybody has a fun time. Everybody's going to say goodbye. Thank you for listening. Taylor, say goodbye one time.
Thank you. Oh, sorry. Goodbye.
Give me one time.
Goodbye.
Need to hit the river. Just give me one time.
Goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. We'll have a podcast. Leave Horizons, you would imagine. Fun,
with
huh?
Geese?
Yeah, and the Rayquaza. Goodbye.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Peep. Thank you for listening to the Geese Peep Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Bell 30 company.